Well, that won't work, will it? Can you see me now? There we go. This is probably my third or fourth attempt to make a video tonight. I just start babbling off about whatever, and then I start it all over again and forget what I was saying, and because I really don't know what I'm doing a video for other than to say, hi, I missed you, I haven't talked to you for a while, I'm folding laundry. Yeah, but I guess I'll just start with this. Levi was really sick today. So for those of you that don't know, I'm sure most of you do, Levi's my 4-year-old. He caught the flu that's going around at daycare. Darn them. But I think he'll be okay. He's just throwing up and keeping me up, and so I didn't get hardly any sleep, and I got to work tonight. But that's okay because I've got my third cup of coffee. My really, really good coffee, which is really bizarre because it's actually instant. Because I don't normally drink coffee. Actually, I've been drinking it a lot lately, working thirds and trying to get everything done like I have been. I've been trying to restrict myself to about 4 to 6 hours of sleep. And that actually seems to work a lot better than 8 hours. So it's getting about 6 tends to work really well for me. I go to bed at 8 and wake up at 2. This is AM to PM. And that works out really well because then I've got nearly 2 hours to do what needs to be done before the girls get home. But unfortunately, with my lack of willpower, I tend to waste it on Twitter. And that's not good because my house is a disaster. I've not gotten hardly anything done on my Halloween costume. I've not gotten any writing done lately. So if you see me on Twitter in the early afternoon, mid-afternoon, kick my butt off and tell me to get some shit done. I mean, seriously, I have my willpower has gone down drastically lately. Oh God, especially since I started working thirds 2.5 years ago, and being as tired as I am lately, it's just awful trying to get willpower done. And I'm not a nighttime person. I'm really not a night owl. I tend to turn into a pumpkin at midnight, and I'm just like, put me to bed. But I can normally get up if I sleep all night. I can normally get up about 6 or 7 and be good for the day. But then I'm such a weirdo. I need an afternoon nap. Maybe I'm just old. My arms look really big, and I think it's just a matter of perspective because I'm not that big of a person. This makes it all look weird. But Halloween costume. Speaking of, I want to go as Loki from the movies. So Tom Hiddleston Loki, which he is an amazing, fascinating, gorgeous specimen of a man, and I don't realize he's my age. I mean, he's a year older than me, but who the fuck? But anyways, I've been trying to put together this costume, and I've got like bits and pieces for different versions of it. Like I've got a jacket that would work really well as the when he's in the suit in the Avengers, and I've got one that would work really well for his little overlay, the leather overlay piece for the Avengers. It's this really long leather duster I got at Goodwill for $5, so I'm feeling pretty proud of myself there. But I don't know what to do. I don't have the time to actually put anything together. So what I'm actually considering doing is maybe just doing Loki in the suit, and then, oops, I didn't make it. Anyways, but doing Loki in the suit and continuing to work on the actual Asgardian Loki with how he's put together, and get that ready in time for when Thor 2 comes out next year, because then I'll just, for once in my life, actually dress up in character and go see a movie. I wanted to do that with the last Harry Potter movie this past summer, but I had to work. Yeah, So, but I had a Slytherin tie, even though Pottermore put me in Ravenclaw, which I guess works. I mean, I'm kind of a nerd, I guess. But I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, but anyways, I've not ever had a chance to actually dress up and go see a movie. Speaking along those terms, in about 3 weeks, one of the theaters in a local city here is doing a showing of Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I don't even know if I have anything to dress up. I used to have the whole Columbia outfit when I was younger. I'm not sure I'd be seen in that anymore since my thighs are like twice the size they were when I was 17. But I'm so definitely going to go. But I want to dress up, but I'm afraid to dress up. But I know that there'll be people who are bigger than me there dressed up and who don't look quite as good as people who are wearing fishnets probably should. But you know what? It's all fun and games, so who knows? I might dress up. This is if I can get babysitting for the kids. I'm probably going to just see if my sister can watch them, and I'll grab my bestie and drag her along. But I don't know. I feel like I've not done anything as far as like dressing up things. Although when I was, it was either my senior year or the summer after. I had, me and my friends went through this Adam Ant phase. And so we dressed up as different incarnations of Adam Ant. And we went to Walmart because we live in a tiny little town, and that's the epitome of where there is to go is Walmart, unfortunately. But it was funny because we're sitting here dressed up and having a blast. And this middle-aged woman goes and shakes her rosary cross at us, and we thought that was the most hilarious thing in the world, being 16, 17 years old as we were. But I kind of miss doing things like that just for fun. And I miss being in theater for sure. Like when we had to run out again to Walmart on opening night of Cabaret because at least half the girls on the chorus line ripped their fishnets. So we had to run to Walmart. And, I mean, it was me and two of my friends we went because we were the only ones that were actually ready on time. So we were ready. We were in full makeup, full costume, which was bustier and fishnets and, I mean, these itty-bitty tiny little character heel shoes. And so we were at Walmart basically as 1940s call girls. It was fun. It was really fun, the looks that we got. And luckily it was in the same town that we were doing the show at, so most people recognized it for being Cabaret, which was a blast, and I would do again in a heartbeat. So I miss dressing up. I had my babies too early, I think, but I wouldn't trade them for anything in the world, that's for sure. And I think I've said this before, where I'm trying to encourage them to wait until they're at least 25 before even thinking about getting married or having babies. And, I mean, there's scientific reasoning behind that, too. Your brain is not developed until you're 25. And when I was 25, I was having my third baby. And I think I did my children a disservice by having them so young. I was barely 22 when Tara was born. I mean, I turned 22, and then the next month, Tara was born. And I look at these girls in the hospital. I had a girl in CBU, the childbirth unit, yesterday. She's 16. I'm like, oh, honey, your life is over. And I'm not saying kids make your life over. I mean, those of you who have kids know that's not true. But it is to a certain extent, because it's no longer really your life. It's your family's life. And it's you trying to make the best for your child instead of trying to do what you want and have it fun the way you want to. And I've actually been thinking a lot about that. What would I be doing if I didn't have children? And it's actually kind of a neat life I've built for myself in my head. But that's where it's going to stay, in my head. Because I do have these children. And they're marvelous. And they're wonderful. And I love them dearly. And I get to see what they're doing with their lives. And I get to just think, Levi's 4. There's 14 more years till he's grown up. And I'm going to miss them horribly when they're gone. But you know what? I'll have all that time after they're gone to live my own life. And that's all the time I've got, so that's it.